So in the last episode, I criticized the police and the other Drakers for just walking up to this massive dragon, this enormous magical beast that survived poison, and just shooting at it like they really thought that was gonna work. But then, in this episode, what does our group of Drakers do? They walk up to the dragon and start shooting the thing. So, if I've learned anything, I'm the one at fault. What am I thinking of? You know, sometimes when reviewing this show, I wonder to myself whether or not I'm being too hard on Jiro, because I have not been kind to Jiro, for good reason, I believe. But I don't think this episode makes it any easier, at least not for me. Like, I don't want to dislike the guy, I just do dislike the guy, right? Because this episode picks up right where the last one left off, and he's still off on his one-man, selfish journey on his quest to save one person instead of helping to save the entire city. But whatever, he's running off to the brothel, I suppose it was. They call it a bar, but it's a brothel. So he runs off to the brothel to go find that prostitute chick that he, I guess, fell in love with. And he gets there, and the place is destroyed. So that means Jiro's on a revenge vendetta this time around. It's a revenge story for Jiro. He's angry, and he's like, we've got to take on this dragon. And they talk about how the dragon is rampaging now. But it's still not really rampaging. Like in this one, it just flies up because the guys dropped bombs on it. Flies up, chases the guys, crash lands again. And then we have another episode where the thing's just sitting in one spot, doing nothing really. So basically, they had this plan to split up into two teams where one would be on the ground shooting the thing for some reason to get its attention, I suppose. And the other one would be in the air to try to harpoon it with that large harpoon they have on the side there. And they have this line where it's like, we can't get a good shot at it. Well, why not? You guys are in the air. What are you guys talking about? I don't know. I was really excited for this episode and like how they were going to destroy this dragon and how Mika was going to step up or whoever was going to step up. Spoilers, it ends up being Jiro. Barf. But I was really excited about it. But it just seemed like more of them just staring at this thing while it just stood there and did nothing. I don't know. We do find out that Mika's a superhuman though, because when their bullets don't work, he decides, you know what, I'm just going to take a spear and I'm just going to go up there and I'm going to stab him. And he has like a 20-foot vertical leap because he jumps onto his back. And 20 feet is being generous, by the way, because there's a scene where he falls off of this thing and it could have easily been 40 or 50. Like later on, Jiro climbs onto this thing and he's not a superhuman, so he has to use like a pickaxe or a climbing axe, whatever you want to call it. He climbs up it with this thing, and yeah, it's easily like 30 feet high, the back of this dragon, and Mika just did that. I don't know. I get that in anime you have to suspend your disbelief with physical abilities, but up until now the characters have been somewhat grounded in what their physical abilities can be, somewhat grounded in reality. But I guess Mika, we always knew he was a ninja. I guess they're just proving that even more. He's part of the dragon clan or something. Also, I really wish Mika would leave some cool for the rest of them, because he falls off of the dragon and his response when he gets up is just, get me another spear. I can't make his tone as cool as it was in Japanese, but come on, Mika, leave some cool for the rest of us, man. You're out. You're out for the count, okay? Just stop. And he doesn't stop. But ultimately, I just wasn't really impressed with their plan to take on this dragon. It was really just shoot at it and then we'll ram it with the ship. And that ramming it with the ship scene was cool for about 4 seconds, but then neither the ship or the dragon have any substantial damage from it, and that really took me out of it. There's even a shot where the ship is just pressed up against the dragon, and neither one has any noticeable damage. That ship should have been destroyed, and that dragon should have at least had a wound or a gash or something. And Gibbs, who's on the harpoon, who uses it to shoot at the dragon at point blank range, he should have been flung from that thing and been with Jiro, who was on the dragon's back, just across the town. They both should have been in another county, but they weren't. And that, I don't know, that really took me out of it. Earlier on, they talk about how they're right next to like this oil rig or something, and if the dragon uses his heat ray on it, it's gonna explode. And Jiro comes up with this plan, and I just assumed that he was going to do something involving the oil rig, and that's how they were going to destroy the dragon, blow it up maybe, it's a big enough explosion to deal with it. But no, they just ram it with the ship, shoot at it again, and then the dragon dies. And that's it. All's well that ends well. I don't know. I was expecting more, and I don't know what would make me happy. I really don't. Maybe I'm just one of those people that likes to criticize things. Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, I just wanted more from this giant heat ray dragon. I thought he deserved a more dignified death than just, let's shoot at it a bunch. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Oh, and the prostitute girl, I think her name is like Katja or something like that. She's alive because of course she is. And then she and Jiro have a moment, and then Vanabelle seems like she's getting jealous about it. I have no idea why, but okay, I can respect that, I guess. You are a bit jealous, either if it's romantically or otherwise. I don't know. They have an all's well that ends well moment. They decide to give the dragon to the city because like they did enough damage to the city. They're like, please don't kick us out. We like this place. So you guys have brothels. Please don't. And that's about it, really. I mean, nothing else really happens. Jiro and that one girl have a heart-to-heart, sort of. She laughs in his face and he squirms in front of her for like 5 seconds. I get it. I get it. So ultimately, while I don't really care for Jiro or the plot of these episodes or even the way they handled the dragon, it's still a gorgeous show. It's still fun to watch. And even the stuff with Jiro, it gets a rise out of me, and I'll give anything to make me feel something in this life. So I'm excited to keep watching. Hopefully they steer away from Jiro in the later part of the show. They probably won't. He's one of the main characters, but I'll be there to see. So have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I'm not going to make you. But, have a good day.